and welcome on this beautiful hot Friday. I don't know where you are located, but here it is hot, 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 hot. I have spent most of the day in my bathing suit and thing and just like getting hosed down in my backyard because we don't have a pool right now. The pool's not open due to COVID, unfortunately. We're just waiting for some like health inspector stuff and then they might be opening it. Still waiting to see. But we'll see what happens there because it's unbearable and we don't have air conditioning inside of our house. So we are dying. Oh, Trina, hi. I wish that it was only 8 degrees today. It is, with the humidity, we are at 41 degrees Celsius. So just in case there's anybody here in America and you're not sure, I don't know what the conversion is, but let me tell you, it is flippin' hot. Flippin' hot. Anyway, we're here tonight to chat a little bit about this moon energy that's coming to us tomorrow. We have a partial lunar eclipse with the full moon. This lunar eclipse is coming to us in the sign of Capricorn. And you know, Capricorn can be a very stubborn energy. It can really, but it's also like an earth energy too. So it's going to help us like connect greater with the energy of the earth. We're going to be able to ground ourselves just a little bit more easily through this time, especially if we're taking the time to put our feet into the ground. Just because it's just such a powerful energy with this full moon that's coming up. So we're still in the sign of Cancer right now. So let's not forget that Cancer is incredibly emotional. Okay, these are our water signs. So we're dealing with the earth energy and sorry, did I say water? Water, yeah, water energy. And the water energy is all about our emotions, okay? So the last few lunar events that we've had, so we had the new moon that had the partial solar eclipse, and then before that we had the full moon with another partial lunar eclipse. Okay, these energies have been telling us, okay, sort out your garbage. What is it that you need to get rid of? What is it that you need to let go of? What is it that is no longer serving you, that's causing blocks in your chakras, causing blocks in your aura? What's not allowing you to get those wants and desires? What's not aligning that's going to allow you to manifest what is happening right now, right? Like, it's really been pushing us to figure that crap out. Like, just sort it out, get it out. If you did any of the moon rituals that I had posted for you guys, which I hope you did because they were really, really beautiful, but you would have been getting clear through the journaling that I gave you. You would have been getting clear on what it is that you don't like, what it is that you do like. You're getting these really intense feelings like, I don't like that. I don't want that to happen again. I really like that. I want to keep doing this. We're really being more so emotion-led, but in a positive way, not in a negative way. We're really following our hearts as it is right now. We've been stuck inside for a long time. We've been forced to deal with our emotions, forced to see them, forced to just like really be with them, right? Like, they're right there in front of our face whether we want it or not. So we're starting to come from a more heart-centered space, and this is exactly what it's all been coming to, is right now. So they're considering that the first 6 months of this year was actually the calm before the storm in an energetic way. So yeah, we've been through a lot in the last 6 months. Like, I'm not going to deny that whatsoever. And it's not that what we're coming into is going to be super difficult, just it's all going to be about change, okay? And change in a good way. It's change about us getting really freaking, I might start cursing because I'm really, really passionate about this, but like, we're getting super duper clear on our boundaries, what feels good, what does not. And this full moon that's coming up for us tomorrow is just like, okay, so you did really great work. You're getting rid of some garbage that's no longer serving you, whether you even realize it or not. Things are just automatically clearing out of you. You might just start crying one day and you don't even know why. That's just natural release that's happening for you because of the energy. Okay, and like, it's just, we've gotten to this point where, and it's just, if there's anything else that you just haven't been willing to deal with, it's like, okay, you're dealing with it now, because this next 6 months is really going to be testing you. It's going to be testing you in your strength, on how you are handling yourself, on how you accept yourself, how you love yourself, because all of that stuff like kind of brings it out. Needs that from you. The world needs your best self. And how can you do that? That's just by taking care of yourself. That's by being yourself. being authentic and true with yourself first and foremost, okay? Like, just really get into it. You need to be okay with having honest conversations with yourself. That might sound incredibly crazy, but let me tell you, it is not. You need to have these conversations with yourself so you can get clear on what it is that's actually bothering you. So to give you an example, sometimes my husband watches this, and I really hope that he's okay with me sharing this, but I was having a really, really difficult time with some of the things that he had been talking about over the last couple of months. It's just, for me, it just really felt really fear-driven and just not coming from a place of love. And I was just like, you know what? I'm not okay with this. I don't want to have these conversations anymore. I am not the person that you can turn to about this. I'm really sorry that as your wife, I cannot be that kind of space for you, but I just can't do that. And I'm sorry. I set the boundary. It was a scary boundary for me to set because I have never spoken in that way really to anybody. But I was just like, you know what? I am so done with that. I need to be true to myself, and I need to have the hard conversations with not only myself, but I need to be willing to express it to the people around me in a healthy, productive way. So how do we do that, right? We just really make sure that we're focused on the energy. What are we feeling inside? He would come down the stairs and would just start talking about some things, and I could just feel this charge in the pit of my stomach, and I'm just like, oh, I hate that. I don't like that feeling. What is that? And once I was able to connect the dots, because I questioned it, because I looked at it, I was willing to be vulnerable with it, it was just like, oh, that's what that is. That's what that feeling is. That's what that emotion is. This is what it's reminding of. And this is why I'm so freaking uncomfortable with it. And then I was able to set my boundary in a healthy way with open communication. Okay, so the reason why I'm sharing that is because this is kind of the pivotal point. This is where you need to start making your decisions on what it is that you're going to be doing, okay? Are you willing to look at the stuff? Like, let's just put it that way. Are you willing to look at the stuff? If you're willing to start looking at that stuff, let this natural shift and change start happening within you. The sky's the limit, people. Like, one thing that I'm also very passionate about right now is just us being in our truth and living our best self, because guess what? We are all here for a very specific reason. We have signed a contract, whether we know it or not. We have signed a contract before we came into this level of existence, because yes, there's many levels of existence. We signed a contract to be here during this time for a reason, because we have something that we needed to learn. We have something that we needed to change. We have something that we need to do. Okay? And if we are not at our best selves, if we are not getting rid of the garbage that is holding us back, then we're taking that away from the world. We are taking that away from the people that need it. We are taking that away from what it was already meant to be. And I'm sorry, but you cannot stop destiny. You are here for a reason. You have your path. The path is laid out for you. Yes, you have decisions. Okay? But these things that just keep coming back to you again and again inside of a cycle, familiar emotions, familiar feelings, all of that is happening because it's like, deal with this, please. Get it out of you. You're blocking yourself. I am ready for you to move on to the next level, but you're not dealing with what I need you to deal with. This is what the universe is saying to you. So be willing to look at it, and that's exactly what this full moon energy is giving you. Okay, it's giving you the opportunity to really look at it, be honest with yourself. And I didn't put together a ritual for you guys this time, and I'm so sorry. I really did want to, but I just didn't have the time to give it the consideration that it really deserved. So the only thing I'm really going to recommend to you is make your moon water. So if you don't know what moon water is, make sure you go to my blog. I believe I put the moon water ritual in the new moon in Gemini. So if you look up that blog, you'll see how to make moon water. Moon water is very, very helpful for keeping your aura and your space clear and cleaning. Okay, it's going to have that extra, because the full moon is all about illumination, motivation, that kind of thing. So if you want to keep that energy going beyond the full moon, make your full moon water Spritz yourself with it in the morning, spritz your space with it every day. You can even spritz yourself with it at any time you're feeling like this energy is just getting me down, I'm not feeling good, I'm not feeling great. Spritz the water. Thank you. It's almost as purifying as sage for the energetic body. Like, almost. Sage is still pretty amazing, but it's just a different thing, right? And I would also suggest journaling. Like, get everything out onto paper that has been taking up space in your brain. Okay, something that you're continuously thinking about, or a few things that you're continuously thinking about that continue to come up for you. Journal it out. Write it out on a piece of paper. Why does this keep coming up for you? What is it telling you? What's the lesson? What's the thing that you need to get over? What is it that you need to heal? Okay? And if you're not that in tune and you're not getting the messages, that's totally okay. But then maybe be willing to start seeking somebody that can help you, that can give you that space, that can facilitate that for you. Whether that be some kind of life coach, Reiki, crystal, like there's so many things. The things that I know is spiritual coaching, Reiki, and crystals. Those are the things that I can definitely assist you with if that's something that you're interested in. But it's just so important to do that right now, because the next 6 months, what we take care of right now and what we are desiring and what we are looking forward to in our futures, we're manifesting that now. So we need our thoughts and feelings in complete alignment so that we can be open to this manifestation portal that is open right now. Like, y'all don't understand what's happening right now. Well, maybe some of you do, I don't know. But when I'm looking into this and I'm reading about this and I've been watching what's been happening with the energies and everything for a while now, but really paying attention to it since 2020 began, just because with numerology, I kind of knew something like big was going to happen this year, but I was keeping an eye on it and I'm seeing all of this stuff vamping up. I'm like, guys, we are in the awakening. Like, this is what this is. We are in the awakening right now. And it's probably not what you've always heard it to be or what you thought it was, or from some sort of religious kind of way. It can be, if that's your deal. That's cool. There's no judgment here. But the thing is that it's just we're getting in tune with all of it, right? We have to get in tune with all of it so that we can clear all the stuff out so we can keep going. I kind of lost my track there, but that's okay. Sorry, guys. I was on a whirlwind or a long-winded thing there, but I was just getting into it, right? But just, this is the time of manifestation. You want to have those thoughts and feelings in alignment so that we're not manifesting the negative stuff that we're thinking about. If you're constantly worried about bills, if you're constantly worried about this, stress, that, hanging in those low vibe negative energies, then we're not really going to be manifesting the things that we are truly desiring. Right? Let's get the mindset put onto a positive side. And I kid you not, the blessings are going to be there waiting for you. I can testify to that. I absolutely can. The blessings are constantly coming in. The more and more I'm doing my inner work, the more and more I am getting this energy cleared out, the more I'm following what's happening, the more I'm seeing like the connection that we truly do have with the moon and its energy and its powerful awesomeness. Just following it along and seeing it, it's like this picture is just unfolding in front of me, and it's exciting and it's amazing. And I just really want that for all of you too, for you to get to just be the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. Like, that doesn't mean that everything is going to be perfect all of the time. Hell no. Because we don't grow if we're not like going through these ebbs and flows. It's just not happening. We need it to happen, but it's how we handle ourselves through that. It's how we take care of ourselves through that. It's how we're open-minded, how we're open-hearted, how we're unconditional, you know, those kinds of things. It's how we start moving in that energy. When the universe is like, okay, you're ready, you've been listening, follow the path, it's all there for you. Ask the universe for a sign if there's something that you're unsure about. You can actually talk to the universe and be like, hey, so I'm thinking about this thing. I really want this thing to happen. I don't know if it's in my best interest, but I'm going to put it out to you, universe, this is actually what I want. And if this is something that you see in my future, I want you to show me a butterfly. Okay? Just ask for some sort of sign, whatever that is for you, so that you know for sure that the universe is like, I heard you, I see you, and here's your sign. Sorry, I had to throw that one in there. But yeah, here's your sign. This is what you need to do. This is how you need to follow it. And it will guide you in the direction that you need to go. You just need to be willing to ask the questions and be open to listening to it. Now, another part of that too that I want to put in there is sometimes not getting the sign is the sign. Some people, when they start looking at and asking for signs of the universe, they're like, I'm not getting a sign. I don't understand. I asked to see this, or I'm not seeing like numbers in sequence anymore, and I was for the longest time, or whatever it is. It's like, okay, that's your sign then, right? Because like you're not getting the sign you asked for. You're not seeing things that you were seeing before. So obviously that's not the way for you to go. And when you do start getting on the way that you need to be going, you'll start to see the numbers. You'll start to see the signs again. So just be willing to be open to it. All right. And that's all what this energy is coming back to with this full moon. It's just clear out the garbage, start manifesting like a mofo, because that's what's coming. So keep your positivity up, deal with your negativity, heal it however you can, the best that you can. Reach out if you need space, if you need help. And that's pretty much it. So, hi everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I know I didn't really get a chance to say hi just because I was kind of zoning. This is my first time in a little while actually not writing anything to come on here to talk to you guys about, because I actually wanted to try just like, I guess you would kind of call that channeling, maybe kind of, sort of, not really sure. But I just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys, because like I read a little bit about the moon, about the energy and everything that I have been seeing coming forward to this. And I'm just like, I got this. I don't need to write anything down. So hopefully that resonated with you and it made sense for you. And then I didn't get off tangent anywhere along the way, because honestly, I'll have to go back and watch this video to even understand what I said. So hopefully you were able to follow along. So anyway, if you have any questions, anything you want to say, put them in the comments now. I'm going to take a quick drink of water. I have a card deck on standby for y'all. So we're going to do something a little bit different with our card pull tonight. Because I'm not using like an actual like oracle deck. And I'm not using tarot. I don't do tarot. I'm just oracle. Oracle is just kind of like a guidance system. It kind of lets you know like where you're at and kind of like what energy maybe you need to get into, or what kind of things you need to sort with to have your best possible outcome. That's more what oracle is about, where tarot kind of tells you a little bit about your past. It can show you your present and your future. Oracle's not really like that. It's just like kind of presenting you with, like, in case you were unaware of what your current situation is, it's like, what's really going on for you right now is actually this, and this is what you can do to start getting out of it, and this is what your best possible outcome is if you follow the advice. That's what Oracle is more so about. But tonight, I'm going to be taking some cards from Gabrielle Bernstein's The Universe Has Your Back. And it's just a little bit of guidance and positivity, inspiration, and things like that. But the intention that I have set into the cards is that it's just some sort of message that we need to know for this full moon energy. So if something comes up, then maybe it's a sign for you that that's something that you need to heal if it resonates with you on some sort of level. Or it might just be like a card of inspiration, like, you got this, you can do this, you're valuable, you know, all of the stuff, all of the amazing, wonderful stuff, because I love Gabrielle Bernstein. She's beautiful, 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 beautiful person. So yeah, I'll just give it 1 second. If you want a card, say me. I'm going to take a drink. Oh, water's so good. So, so good. Whew. Hello, hello, hello. If you are just joining and you missed the big talk about the full moon energy that's coming, make sure that you go back and catch the replay. Mark in here, hashtag replay, and I would love to know that you caught the replay on it, because it's really important energy that we really should be taking in. Take in this energy, guys, because it's beautiful, and it's just, it's moving things. Like, even if you don't want it to move, it's gonna move a little bit. So you can be as resistant as you want, and you can kick your little feet or whatever you do, but it is going to force you to look at some stuff. So just be prepared for that. Not in a bad way. Don't be scared. Don't let yourself get overwhelmed. Just let it flow. See what happens. See what comes in front of you. Okay? All right, we got some people wanting some cards. Let's go. All right, Carol, I have you first. All right, so I'm calling on the guides for Carol. What kind of message do we have for her with this full moon energy that's coming up today, tomorrow? All right, let's see what kind of energy, what kind of message for this full moon energy. And also on the business page a little bit earlier today, I posted something about some other like really big events that's happening, because we've got a whole mess of like retrogrades and things happening. I made a post earlier. You're going to want to go check that one out too, because it's a lot of really great information in there. All right, perfect. Looks like we're doing a card pull for all of y'all tonight. Exciting, exciting. I love it. All right, so this is for Carol. What message do we have for her? All right, this one wants to come out here. So this one is, I am the dreamer of my dream. Okay. So this comes back to something that I've really been talking a lot about, actually, is choices. Okay. We simply have the choice to be happy. We simply have the choice to do whatever it is that we want to do. We have choices. So if there's anything that you're currently unhappy with in your life right now, if there's something that just isn't working, whether it like be a job, a relationship, whatever it is, just remember that you're the one that's in control. You're actually the one that gets to decide what happens. You are the only one that can decide what happens, because you're the only one that knows truly and deeply what it is that you want. So be the dreamer of your own dream. Don't be scared to step out. Don't let anything hold you back, whether that be age, sex, like whatever it is. Don't let anything take you back from your dream, because your dream is yours to have. And if that is actually the path that you're meant to be on, the universe is going to reward you, for one, okay? For two, life is going to get a little bit easier. Things are going to flow. Things are going to be easier. And not only that, but you're not going to be trying to force yourself to be happy in situations that you're not happy in, because you know what? You're going to be happy. You're going to be in your passion. You're going to be in your dream. You're going to be exactly what you are meant to be. And you don't want to rob the world of what it is that you're here to share with the world. Because as I said earlier in this video, every single being has a purpose here for a reason. You got to share those gifts with the world, otherwise you're robbing the world of your gifts. Okay? So I am the dreamer of my dream. Write that down. Use that as a mantra for your next week. Use that as your mantra for a long time, whatever it is that you want to do with it. Okay? But that's for you, Carol. Alrighty. Next we have Jessica. All right, so what message do we have for Jessica? Oh, okay. What message do we have here for Jessica? Oh, goodness. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. It's just like as soon as I said your name, like 2 cards popped out. So I'm just seeing if there's anything else here. Oh, yep, that one wanted to go too. All right, so it looks like there's a few things that it's really wanting to say. So these are the 2 that fell out. So these are like your very important messages, okay? So the first one here is, I choose love no matter what. Like how, oh, I'm so goosebumpy, Jessica. Like how, I don't know, how perfect is that? That's all I'm going to say. And that goes with, and like that goes with yourself, with your inner self too. But I'm sure that you really do know that one. But it's inner love, it's acceptance of self, it's healing self so that you are available to receive love in the highest good for you, right? And yeah, beautiful. This is the second one that fell out, was my energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. So I'm goosebumpy again. Ugh. So that's just everything I was just talking about, making sure that feeling, like emotions and feelings and thoughts are all in alignment, because we are in like heavy manifestation times right now. So just really making sure that energy is clear, that we're doing the energy work that we need to be doing so that we can open up the space to receive, right? Because if we're so bogged down with other things, if our energy is down, then guess what? There's no space for manifestation. There's no space for receiving. We need that space to be available for the universe to provide. Okay? And the last one that kind of fell out there is oneness is my true nature. It's a beautiful, beautiful card. Oneness is my true nature. And you know, with me knowing who you are, Jessica, and what it is that you do, like, I think you're like fully aware that like when you really are in into the self and doing the work and being really energetically clear and things like that's when you're at your like optimal function, right? That's when anybody is at their optimal function, when things are flowing and moving really, really well. So if there's anything that is blocking or stagnating or like just not making things flow as freely as it could be, take the time for yourself or reach out for the help to have that space for you, right? All right. Beautiful, beautiful message there. I love that. All right. Next we have Miss Christy. Hi, Christy. I miss your face so much. I miss your face. All right. All right, this one is for Christy. What kind of energies do we need to focus on, or what message do we have for this full moon coming to us tomorrow? I feel like that one wanted to come out, but I don't think that's the only one. So let's see what else we got here. All right. No, I'm not feeling that. Nope, okay, that's it then. Alright, so Miss Christy, let's see what we got here. When I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. That one is just so nice. Like, it's just so beautiful, so nice. So when I think about this card, and I think about you, Miss Christy, I think it's a gentle and loving reminder that outside sources don't get to decide how we feel. That we need to come back to ourselves and understand that we know what is best for ourselves. And that we are guided by universal love when we are open and willing to accept it. Okay? And as you're able to go more inward, and as you're more able to be strong with yourself and confident with yourself, making boundaries like nobody else's business, like the world is, oh, I'm so goosebumpy. The world is just going to shine its light on you. It's going to open so much for you. And I have a feeling, and I've been saying this for a little while, that there's something very new on the horizon for you, Christy. You just need to let any BS that's holding you back, any low vibe energy that's holding you back, just anything that you feel is bringing you down, look at it, question it. Why is it there? What do I need to learn from it? Okay? What is actually happening here? Is this true for me in this present moment right now? Or is this a past energy that I'm actually like deflecting right now? Take the time to love yourself enough to do that. Love yourself enough to take that time. Okay? Give yourself the space. And if you're struggling with that, if you're struggling to give yourself that space, you're struggling to give yourself that love, reach out to somebody that can hold that space for you. Whoever that is, whoever you're comfortable with. Like, I'm not saying me, I'm not saying anybody in particular, just whatever works for you, whatever makes you feel good. Really allow those emotions in a positive way to lead you, to guide you. Follow that gut instinct that I know you have. We all innately have. Get back to that. Allow that gut to tell you what it is that you need to do. So if there is something that you're struggling with right now, stop focusing on the outside sources, because whatever they say, whatever they do, whatever anything, it does not matter. Okay? Don't give one shit about any of that, because you get to make that choice. Nobody else. Only you. You know what's best for you. Nobody else. Okay? Be strong in those boundaries and build them from a heart-centered space, not from an angry place. Okay? I love you. I love you. I felt you needed that message. So I hope that didn't come across harsh in any kind of way. That was just straight from my heart to yours. I hope you felt that. because there's just so much more for you, and I know it. I know it. All right, so we've got, sorry, we got Mariana next. Beautiful. Beautiful, Christy, beautiful. All right, Mariana, let's see, calling in the guides for Mariana. What message do we have for her today? That one kind of semi-popped out, so I'm going to pull that out and see what happens. Yes, Christy, love yourself, girl. Love yourself. Because, and this is something else that I want to say. I'm sorry. But this is almost directly what I have personally been working on lately, is the self-love and the positive self-talk and the acceptance of self. Like, it's not easy. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's not easy. But no one can love you more than you love yourself. Okay? So think about that. If you're looking for a relationship, if you are seeking some kind of companionship in one way or another, ask yourself, how much do I love myself? Because whatever you put into yourself is what is going to come back for you, okay? So if you put yourself at the top of the list, the very top of the list, nothing else matters above what you need to do to take care of you. The answer is going to be crystal clear on what it is that you need to do. What it is that you need to love yourself more. What it is that's going to open you and make you more accepting and willing to give and receive love. Okay? I'll leave it at that. There's a lot more I could say about that, but I'm going to leave it at that because I love you so, so much, and I feel like just saying that is probably enough for you to understand where I'm getting with that, right? So, I love you, okay? All right, so Mariana, sorry, back to you. Let's see if there's anything else here. Yeah, one more. Beautiful. I knew there was another one. So you actually got one of the same ones that I already pulled tonight. So this is the one that just flipped up. This is your second card, technically. So my energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. I feel like this one came up again because this is like more of a community message. I feel like everybody here kind of needs to hear this message today. They need to hear that my energy creates my reality. So where is your energy setting? Is your energy setting negatively? Is your energy setting positively? Are there blocks? Are there things that are not functioning properly? Are there chakras that are not flowing freely? You know, like, I know that might be things that you may not understand, and I'm not trying to confuse you or overwhelm you at all, but at the end of the day, what it comes down to is your energy. Like, where is your energy at? How does it feel? Are most days and most time you're feeling negative, you're feeling down, you can't help but get absorbed by all of the crap that's on social media. You can't see beyond the fear that's going on in the world right now. If you continue to stay into those low vibes, and that's what you're manifesting, right? You're manifesting more of that into your life, because like where your mind, Jessica, you need to help me with this one, but I think it's where your mind persists. There's some sort of saying there. Jessica's going to help me out. I know she will. I know she will. But anyway, like, if you're going to stay in those low vibes, and like, it's the same as what I just said to Christy about the self-love. What you're putting out is what you're going to get back, okay? And it's really just as simple as that. So if you're putting out worrying thoughts, you're putting out anxiety thoughts, you're putting out pain thoughts, you're putting out fear thoughts, all of that is just going to keep coming back to you until you heal it, until you deal with it, until you do something productive with it. Don't let it get bottled up in your body, because do you know what happens when you have like undealt with emotions in your body? It actually manifests itself into physical cells that get stored into the body. That then can manifest itself into illness or dis-ease is what we would do, right? So that's going to manifest those things for you. But if we can keep ourselves in a high vibe, positivity, just always willing to look at the bigger picture of life than what's happening right now, like what's right in front of you, then you're going to be able and willing to see beyond that, and then you're going to receive that love and that understanding and that compassion, and all that stuff is going to be right back. Where your energy goes, your energy flows. Thank you. That's what I was trying to get at. I knew you were going to have my back there. I knew you were going to have it. I was like, it was right there, and I'm like, whatever, Jessica's here. She's got my back. I know it. But yeah, so I think that's more of a community message about that one, because it's just, it's something that I think people are really starting to realize since like all the stuff has gone down. They're starting to realize that the more that they keep themselves into those low vibe energies, the more those low vibe energies are coming back to them. And when they are willing to make a change, you don't even have to make the change. That's like one of the beautiful things. You just need to be willing and acknowledge that change needs to happen. Things start happening. Like, you just need to be willing to start. You need to be willing to do something. You need to be willing to make that phone call, send that message, whatever it is for you to get the help that you need, or do that meditation, grab that crystal, do whatever it is that you need to do that makes you feel good, right? Because then you can get yourself up, get that energy up, and then you can see that things just start kind of going good, right? All right, so the one that we actually have for you, Mariana, tonight is the presence of love will always cast out fear. The presence of love will always cast out fear. So there's something that Gabrielle Bernstein talks about in her Super Attractor book. So that was like a little bit after The Universe Has Your Back. And it's the choose again method. Okay, so if you're coming up on a situation and you're feeling fearful, what is it about that situation that you can change to make it different, to change to make you feel better about it? If it's something that you absolutely have to do and there's no other way around it, what kind of choices can you make that's going to help you just change the way that you're looking at it, right? So if there's anything that you're facing right now that is kind of in a fearful place, just remember to come back to the heart, okay? Grab that rose quartz that you've got, set that right on your heart chakra, lay your butt down for about 10 to 15, even 20 minutes, put that stone on your heart chakra, and you just sit there. You lay there. Listen to music if you want, but the best thing that you can do would be to lay there and allow the thoughts to happen. Don't try to stop them. Don't try to shut them out. Allow them to keep happening, because as the thoughts keep going, and the silly, stupid things start going through your mind, you're like, nope, that's not really necessary. Nope, that's not true anymore. And then eventually you're going to get to the root of what is actually happening. Okay, that's how we can operate out of a place of love, is when we're really willing to look at it, when we're willing to choose again, choose a different way that's going to help us feel better about the situation that we're in. Just whatever it is that you've got to do to bring yourself back to love, because fear is only going to bring you back more fear. So like a really good theme tonight, like what you're putting out is what you're going to get back in. So always return to a place of love. And it's not that you can't have fear. Fear can actually be one of your best allies, believe it or not, because fear is like the indicator system. It's like telling you when you need to check your engine. It's telling you when you need to deal with something. It's telling you when it's like, hey, so you really didn't like that because something like that happened during your childhood, and you just took those emotions and you put them in a little bottle and you shoved it all the way down here, right? So it's going to come back. But if we're just willing to look at it and willing to be the change that we want to see in ourselves, then it's going to get better. Life is going to get better. Okay. Hopefully that resonated with all of y'all. So I don't know if there's anybody new here right now, but I am just doing a card pull from The Universe Has Your Back Oracle, not Oracle, deck from Gabrielle Bernstein. At the beginning of the video, we really talked about this full moon energy that's coming to us tomorrow. So if you missed that, I do highly recommend you go back and catch the beginning. Make sure you leave me a comment, #replay, so that I know that you caught the beginning. It's just really important information that you're going to need so that you can face this energy prepared, right? So you can like really be on top of whatever it is that you need to face. But yeah, just go back to the beginning so that you can catch all of that. All right, so Rachel, honey, if you're still here, I'd be happy to pull a card for you. I'm just going to go back and read some of the comments here because I missed that. Missed a lot of stuff because when I'm talking, I just talk and I have to not ignore, I see that the comments are there. But if I start reading them, then I lose my train of thought, and then y'all probably are going to be missing out on something amazing, or I'm going to be missing out on something amazing, so we wouldn't want that. Mariana says, we are so damn hard on ourselves. We for sure are our worst critics, and changing that mindset is hard. But we just have to chip away at it. Exactly, Mariana. And like, Greece wasn't built in a day. Or is it Greece? Rome. Rome. Is it Rome? Rome wasn't built in a day. I'm not sure. But anyway, it takes time, and it takes patience, and it does take a level of like self-compassion and self-love. Like, it really, really does. But the thing is, like, for the majority of the people that are here right now, I can almost guarantee you that, that you're ready for that change. That you love yourself enough to be here right now to hear the message that you needed to hear. That already proves that you love yourself enough to even be willing to hear a message that you need to hear. And even sometimes just little shifts in your thoughts like that can make the biggest difference. So I think that's the first thing. So Jessica, that's on here right now, she's actually my life coach and one of my dear friends. And one of the first things that had a big impact on me that she said to me was, well, you must love yourself a little bit. You're here. You're getting help. You're seeking somebody to hold space and keep you accountable for your healing. And that was profound to me, because I was in a space at the time where I absolutely did not like the person that I was. I hated my life. I did not like anything about myself. Not a thing. And then when she said, you must love yourself because you wouldn't be here if you didn't, I was just like, girl! What? What? Like, that changed so much for me, and just that little bit. And that's the same for you. You wouldn't be here if you didn't love yourself on some kind of level to hear the message. And just sometimes just starting there with that small little change of perspective can make all the difference. All the difference. And Chrissy said, and that's what I do. I worry. I do the worry thoughts, negative thoughts. And you know what? That's so common. And everybody has those moments, okay? Like, I don't care what anybody says, but like these top people, like whether it's Gabrielle Bernstein, Tony Robbins, Rachel Hollis, any of those people, they have worrying thoughts, they have negative thoughts, but the difference is that as soon as it happens, they grab it. They grab that thought and they're like, nope, you don't belong here. Or, oh, what is that? There's something there that I need to heal, right? That's the difference. That's the only difference between people like that and, you know, other people. I don't know how to say that properly, but you get what I'm saying though, right? Like, the best guru in all of history is going to have issues with negative thoughts. It's in our nature. But it's just up to us on how we perceive those thoughts, okay? Because it's a negative thought, does it have to be perceived as bad? Who says it's bad? Who decides that a thought is bad? That thought is not bad. That thought is not there to attack you. That thought is not there to make you feel bad. That thought is there to heal you, to help you see, to guide you to be willing to look at it and just acknowledge it. And when you're ready to process it and let it go, right? Mariana, you're very welcome. Very welcome. Oh, thank you, Rachel. Loving today's message for all of us. Me too. It's beautiful. Beautiful. All right. So, Rachel, did you want a card, honey? I didn't see that. I was looking through, but I didn't see it. But I'm going to have a drink anyway. Oh, water is life. All right. All right, almost been here an hour, so we will be heading out here shortly. Let's just get a card for Miss Rachel and see what message we have for her. So the intention that I'm setting into these cards is just kind of a message that maybe you need for this full moon energy, something to kind of consider over the next week as this energy is kind of flowing and going. And let's just see what the universe has to say for you. All right, so I'm calling in the guides for Rachel. What kind of message do we have for her today? Let's go. No, that one wanted to go. All right, so I picked one and one fell out. So let's see what happens here. So this is the one that I picked for you. So joy is the ultimate creator. So this is a really, really great one, and it's something that I frequently talk about with my clients. And it's finding your joy. What is it that brings you happiness? Now, this is a little bit different than your passion, not necessarily, but usually, like when I'm considering joy, it's like, what is that one thing that you can do that helps you escape, helps you get away from it all, helps you maybe forget for a moment all of your troubles, helps you get away from responsibility, from being an adult, you know, any of those things, something that really just brings you to joy. Because when we can live in a joyous energy, we're going to create like nobody's business. So like no matter what it is that you do, whether you're like, it doesn't matter. I'm not even going to give you an example because it doesn't matter. Like creation is everywhere. It's everything that we do. When we're living in joy, that creation is just gonna flow. It's just gonna roll right off the tongue. It's gonna roll right onto the paper. It's gonna come out in art. It's gonna come out in just maybe like fantastic business ideas or something that can help the business that you're working with or help you find passion. Joy can help you find what it is that's your passion, because when you're just living in that kind of energy and you're feeling really good and you're loving how things are going, and then all of a sudden you're getting all of these sparks going off in your brain like, I really like this. I would love to somehow figure out how to make this you know, make me some money. Maybe I can help support my family by doing something like this. And then eventually, like, you're going to create something that's going to be your passion, and it's going to like turn into your, hold on, the word just escaped me. Purpose. You'll find your purpose, especially when we're willing to live in joy. So if you are questioning right now, like, what is it that I'm supposed to be doing? Who really am I? Like, what is it that I want to do with my life? Just get yourself into a place of joy and love, and those answers will come to you. Now, this is the card that fell out, so let's see what this one says. The moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. Like, if I had a microphone, I'd just, like, drop it right there. Like, hello, cards, you just got it right there. So, it's just, you know, it's just so perfect, and it just fits in so well with the last card. So, it's just like I was mentioning earlier, I don't know if you caught it or not, Rachel, but like when our thoughts and feelings are not in alignment, a lot of times that can mean that we're in fear, but also it means that it's just, we're not going to be able to manifest those desires, right? Because we're not going to be in a vibe that we actually want to be in. We're not going to be, it's just not heart-centered. Like, we always have to return to love. We always have to come back into ourselves. And if something is off and not coming together, just really sit with it. Like, why? Why is this not working the way that I had envisioned it? Is there something that I'm missing? Is there a piece of the puzzle that I'm missing? Do I need to go a different direction? Whatever it is. But the more that you just tune into yourself, love yourself, forgive yourself, have compassion and patience for yourself, then the path just starts lighting up for you, and things just kind of start falling into place where they need to. Opportunities begin to fall on your lap, and all kinds of things just start happening to the point where you're like, am I like a little bit like, whoa, what's happening here? Because like, it's just, everything just almost seems too good to be true and happening just a little bit too easily. That's because you're in alignment with love, and the universe is rewarding you by is rewarding you for taking care of yourself by giving you your path. because that's where you're meant to go, but you weren't in a space where you were ready for it yet. But when we return to love, then that path is just made clear for us. Beautiful. All right, so my passion is fostering animals. Not a paid gig, but it's rewarding. And you know what's really beautiful about that, though, Rachel, is even though it's not a paid gig, that doesn't mean that the passion that you're putting out into the world isn't somehow going to turn around and reward you, because that is an absolutely beautiful thing that you do. And it's a very giving and serving energy, and the universe thrives on that, okay? The universe absolutely loves the people that are willing to put in work and passion and love into things where they may not get like monetary compensation for, but that doesn't mean that you won't get compensated in other ways, right? Like mysterious checks showing up, or money, like bank deposits getting put into your bank, really, you know, like just weird things just kind of start happening. And that doesn't mean that there won't be something that opens up along the way that will allow you to be paid for what it is that you're passionate about, what it is that you're meant to share with the world, what you were put here for as your purpose, right? It all kind of comes together. Yes, I love these animals and happy I can make an impact in their lives. It's so beautiful. So, so beautiful. All right, see you later, Jessica. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am going to be wrapping it up now anyway. It is hot as heck. I am upstairs and it is hot, hot, hot up here. I am melting and I am almost out of water. So I need to go too. So have a great evening, everybody. Take advantage of that full moon energy. Like I said, I didn't do a blog post this time, so I don't have an actual moon ritual for you this time. I'm so sorry about that. But if you go to really any of my past blog posts that have a ritual, you can go through and pick out what kind of works for you, because it doesn't fully matter which one you're doing it with, just as long as there's something that you're doing for yourself that's making you feel good. I do highly recommend making the moon water. That one is in the blog post of the new moon in Gemini, so go check that out. I did also want to mention that there are going to be more videos starting to happen on YouTube, so make sure you're following me over there by subscribing. And then always you can follow me on Instagram at RelevateYou. Have a great evening. If you are looking for somebody to hold you some space to help you through whatever energetic blocks you're having, feel free to reach out if you resonate with anything that I have said here today. If you're catching the replay, make sure to put in #replay so that I know that you caught everything. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. For my American friends, enjoy your July 4th celebrations tomorrow. I know a lot of it probably looks really, really different for you, but enjoy it the best that you can and appreciate all that you do have right now, and just show all of that, all kinds of love. Have a great evening. Bye.